Thank you to be to be here on a Saturday morning, which is normally a lazy day. My name is Prateek Garg, and I'm the founder, CEO of Progressive Infotech. We are a 25-year-old managed services company, and a lot amongst you are our clients and many friends in the audience. So always good to come to these events because good to connect and get energized, all right? Today, we're going to talk about how do we apply future of technology to future of work. And must thank Kapil Mehrotra to have actually done the context setting for me, so it makes my life a lot easier, to talk about. So we are a 25-year-old managed services player, a very rich experience in terms of how the end user services has evolved over the years, how the needs have changed. And over the next 7-8 minutes, I'll do some bit of context setting, and then my young colleague will actually take you through a live platform demo. So Workelevate is a world-class digital experience management platform. And what do we mean by that? And the big thing is this is made in India and made for the world. And I'm very happy to tell you we are in the third year of this product going general availability. And today, across the world, we are seeing great traction. We are running many POCs. We have some global customers as well. So moving in, I will do a short video, a 90-second video, which kind of defines what is the problem we are trying to solve.
Every day, valuable hours slip away as employee support requests stack up. Productivity takes a hit, and the cost of maintaining support continues to rise. Are you tired of the same old struggles? Time to elevate your work with Workelevate, a digital employee experience platform. At Workelevate's core, the magic unfolds through conversational AI chatbot, the agent application, and the admin console. Do you get logged out of your system because your password just expired? Simply ask Workelevate to reset it. Need to urgently install software without chasing the IT team? Workelevate it now. With simplified ticket management, it is easier than ever to keep a track of your support requests. Workelevate AI chatbot instantly resolves IT support requests, ranging from self-service system troubleshooting to connecting to live analyst for more complex resolutions. With Workelevate, employee support is now available 24/7. No more waiting time or lost productivity. Get instant solutions through agent application, which sits in your system like a friend, ready to provide one-click solutions. But that's not all. The admin console is your command center for simplified end-user estate management. From overseeing patch and asset management to experience management, the admin console empowers you with real-time actionables. Embrace a new era of 360-degree employee support, be it IT and HR or finance and facilities. Elevate your digital work experience today. Workelevate, happier, faster, and smarter employees.
All right, so cutting back to the year 2019, when we started putting together a blueprint for what we thought the endpoint service management can be automated and look at the issues. But as things evolved and COVID happened, and Mr. Shashank Jain, I think, alluded to it, in the COVID, when we were in a lockdown, working from homes or in a lockdown environment became even more difficult. And that's the time this product actually took seat, and the shape that we have today is a lot to do with COVID, and a lot of analysts are saying that the digital transformation actually accelerated. And what happened in this 1 to 2 years would have otherwise taken 5 to 10 years. And so here we are. So Workelevate is a digital experience management platform. So the problem that we're trying to, in the future of work, we're looking at 6 issues fundamentally. The first is, how do we navigate the hybrid work? Work from anywhere, anytime, any time zone, any location. And a sample of it was when COVID happened. All of us were working, and we have employees across the world. The second problem was scaling costs towards a 24/7 service desk. How do you do that in stretch budgets? How do you bring your budgets in control? Because employee service suddenly became so important. Employees became so important and central to all organizations suddenly in the COVID period, where employee experience was the first time heard that organizations are really becoming very, very sensitive to employee experience. The third issue is that all of us have been managing services, you've been consuming services, and we always talked about SLAs, okay? But we never talked about XLA, okay? The real value of service comes out of XLA plus SLA, and that's the problem. There was no method of measuring employee experience. So that's the other problem we're trying to solve with this platform. Productivity loss, very clear. Employee downtime, they're not able to work. The response from service desk is what it is. You have 4-hour SLAs, 8-hour SLAs. But can we make that faster? So we are applying digital technology to really change that equation, releasing so much and saving so much of time for the employees and adding that value back to the organizations, directly impacting the bottom line. And we are all used to so many different tools for asset management, patch management, AD management. You use different tools. So is there a way of bringing all of it together in a single platform? And this is another problem that we're solving through Workelevate. And last and not the least is our friends in the administration, IT admins in companies. They are always overloaded. Okay, it's nightmarish for them to deal with so many employees. So can we reduce their burden by automating a lot of tickets that keep floating? So the digital employee experience management platform, Workelevate, is structured in 2 parts. One is about the employees only. How do you have happier employees, and how do you measure the employee experience? In the group, the panel discussion, we heard the use of chatbot, and most chatbots, it was said, are useless. Okay, so what we've done is we've created a AI-based conversational chatbot, and cutting across all employee-facing functions, whether it is IT, HR, facilities, finance. Okay, and I'll tell you how. And then we have an endpoint application which resides in the desktop, which enables the end user by themselves do software deployment, printer deployment, one-click troubleshooters, and you can keep building more troubleshooters as you navigate and see and you can have your own use cases which you want to automate in this platform. Moving to the administrator side, of complete single pane of glass endpoint management. So you can do OS patch management, asset inventory, remote access. So you don't need to use tools like Teamweaver. It's all built in. From the platform itself, you can take control of the user, machine, and do whatever you want to do. AD management, root cause analysis. Experience management is the new thing that we have built in. So we can measure the employee sentiment. We have an AI analytics built in. You can do the device health measurement. There are dashboards that are built in which tells you on average across the organization, and then you can drill down what are your device scores, and your decision making becomes so much more data driven. You have a security posture score. You can see how secure your end user environment is. And as all of you know, most security threats actually now come from the endpoint devices within the organization and not from outside. So, and then you can do campaigns and surveys across employees. You can send out announcements, etc. So it works like it will all it will appear in the chatbots. So this is how the whole thing is architected, and yeah. So the beautiful thing about our platform is that we are not asking you to replace anything. We sit inside your landscape, whatever ITSM tools you're using, whichever application you're using, we are a fabric that embeds in that. And as you can see here, interfaces we support, so you don't have to have a separate chatbot interface. We sit inside Teams, we sit inside Slack. You can work from WhatsApp, Google Workspace, and very recently for a client, we integrated it with Zoom as well. So you can use the Zoom chat. If in an organization you have Zoom Enterprise, you can work through that. And any browser that you may be using. All the popular ITSMs, we have integrated this, and we have use cases where customers are using it. Symphony, Freshtest, ServiceNow, BMC, Zoho, or any other ITSM which has an API, we are able to integrate. In fact, any application, including SAP, we can integrate this. So if you have a business process which impacts the employees, we can integrate this, and you can work through the chatbot. Similarly, these are some of the HRMS. We have integrated this. We have use cases against these. So our view of the world is this, that there will be a single employee service desk. In today's scenario, you have a separate HR service desk. You have a separate admin desk for employee needs. You have a separate IT service desk. Our view of the world is that there will be a unified employee service desk. And they're supposed to cater to everything that an employee needs. So typically, for a 1,000-employee company, the past 2.5 years of the product being live, we are delivering approximately 4.8 times ROI. This is a subscription model. Time to ROI is 3 months. Within first 3 months, you get your money back that you paid for a year. So so the platform on average costs about $1,000 per user per annum, which is less than a cup of a tea per month, and that's the power of made in India, made for the world. That's the kind of cost we are able to bring, cost structures we are able to bring. The employee time that gets added back for a company where average employee salary is about 6 lakhs per annum, all right? This is the kind of value of the time, employee time wasted that gets added back, and we are only taking 40% efficacy of the tool in first year. But as in the panel, they were saying that you've got to be patient, and it takes time for any digital transformation to kick in. Typically, and you have direct saving on the full-time employees that are deployed on for service support, the end user service. You typically have roughly one person for about 100, 150 employees. So that cost really comes down dramatically. Other than this, you have intangible benefits. One, all the endpoint management gets consolidated into one platform. You don't need to buy different tools from vendors like Zoho. Secondly, you have better visibility of assets. You have 50% improvement, at least 50% improvement on, we are seeing more than 50% improvement in employee surveys after they start using this tool. 24/7 employee service desk, a virtual service desk available around the clock. Cost of savings with centralized platform, as I said. So overall, very, very powerful story. And this is a typical, journey of transformation using Workelevate. First 12 months, you get about 4x ROI. In the next 12 months, this change accelerates to 5x as the adoption improves. So we are seeing about 55% tickets getting resolved in the next year through Workelevate. And in the third year, this hits about 60%. We have customers, live customers, referenceable customers who you can talk to. They will tell you how they're benefiting. So very quickly, in interest of time, these are some of the case studies. Max Healthcare, UTI. UTI is currently doing about 60% tickets. Max Healthcare is a young case, so we are doing about 21%, still partly under deployment. United Arab Emirates, Ministry of Finance, a multilingual chatbot is what we have built for them. They use English and Arabic, so that's the other very, very important feature that we have in our tool. Ather, again, more than 56% tickets are getting resolved, and here we've integrated with Fresh Service and Google Workspace, and Tower Vision, another customer. So anybody who has 500 employees, IT users, basically, we are a very, very strong platform to really change the employee experience, measure the employee experience, and automate a lot of processes that are running around employee services that employees consume. And one of our latest customers is Kotak. So Kotak, we have integrated this with Symphony Summit, and it is embedded in Microsoft Teams. Yeah. So with this, I conclude. My colleague will take you through a quick demo. We'll need 5 more minutes.
So as in the presentation, we were talking about the two aspects in which we are seeing the world and how the IT can be catered. The first one is about being the employee services, and second one being about the administration, the unified endpoint management, what we are talking about. So I'll take you first towards the employee services, what we do have the offering for the employees. The first thing that you can see over here is our Workelevate chatbot, which sits with every of the communication platform, whether it's Slack, MS Teams, WhatsApp, or any of the internet portals over there. So over here, we have integrated with Microsoft Teams. So we have like 6 of the use cases where we can cater to the employees. The first one being the account management. Here you can reset your password and do the account unlock activities. The second one is being the ticket management. Here you can integrate with all of the ITSM that we have seen in the presentation, whether it's BMC, ServiceNow, or any one of them. The APIs is the only key which we need to integrate with our platform. So here you can raise a ticket, check your ticket statuses, and even check ticket status by ticket number. The third use case is being about the software deployment. We have seen a lot of time is being wasted in getting just a software deployment. So we have whitelisted all the software. With just one click, they can get it installed. And if the software is not over there, they can again request for a software, and that it will go through a proper approval process. Then we have a rich troubleshoot repository. So these are all the PowerShell scripts which will be running behind. And with one click, they will be able to solve the solutions. Then we have printer management. So here you can install and configure the printer, whether it's on the print server or whether it's in the network printer, you can do it. And again, we do also provide a holistic scope of work over here. So with IT, we also provide the HR support. Sometimes you need to have the HR guidance over here, so you can just simply click over here. So our idea over here is you'll have a single platform. You can type any of the query over here, whether it's IT or whether it's HR, you will get the support. So I'll just quickly walk you through like what all the options that we have over here. When I click on the first use case about the account management, we have reset password and account unlock. So reset password is basically give you the 2 options. The first one being the auto-generate password and set your own password. So when I click on the auto-generate password, it will redirect the OTP on your registered email address or on your mobile. Yeah. And moving forward, yeah. Then the second use case we were talking about was ticket management. Here you can just raise a ticket, check ticket status by a ticket number, or even cancel the ticket. So any ticket, if I just mentioned up the description over here, like I'm facing some issue or anything, will be raised directly into your ITSM. Just like that, a ticket will be raised without any jumping to another platform or calling up anyone. It's that simple. Yeah, so moving towards our third use case, we have software deployment. Here you can just see all the whitelisted populated software over, which is according to your designation or according to your department will be highlighted over here. And if the software is not there, you can again make a request from here itself. Then we have a huge list of troubleshooters, whether
Chatbot. So you can actually interact with it in natural language as well. But we have built cards for ease of adoption so that when a first-time users, they find it difficult to do it. So the standard use cases and these cards can be customized for every deployment. Customers want some different use cases built in, we can do all that.
Yeah, so as I was talking about the list of troubleshooters, whether they are related to network, whether they are related to browser, or whether they're related to MS Teams or system slowness is major issue that we are facing, and major chunk of the tickets are over there. And if there is any issues in connectivity with the VPN solution, so you have the solutions over here, even for the Outlook as well. So this was like the first interface that we have, the chatbot support. The second interface is the client application that we can see over here. So all these features which I mentioned and showed you in the chatbot will be populated over here. So you can see the system healthness, disk health space, all the whitelisted software over here, and all the list of troubleshooters if you want to perform any activity. So moving forward, I'll just quickly jump towards our unified endpoint management, where we support the IT administrator over here. So all these features that I covered, I'll show you what extra we do have. So this is the patch management which we have in the management console. So here you can see all the list of the devices which are over there and how many devices the patches are missing. And you can get the detailed list like what sort of patches they are missing by the category. So if I just simply click over there, I'll get the list of all the security update patches which are missing. And if I want to deploy that particular patch, I'll just select that, click on deploy, click on next. And the tool is intelligent enough, it will automatically detect only those machines in which the patch is missing. And it is very simple to deploy that as well. I can schedule it at any specific time or at a particular date. I just need to select it and move it, click on finish, and the job will be executed. That's simple. Then we have adoption dashboard over here. Here we are also capturing the adoption of the platform, the usage of the licenses, and how many active users are there. We also capture what sort of requests were being made, whether it were related to Active Directory or software request, or whether tickets were raised or about the troubleshooter, and what were their resolution channel, whether it was done via chatbot or via agent. Then we have software and hardware inventory. So here I can capture all the list of the information regarding the asset. So by asset, I mean the workstations, the laptop and the desktops. I can get their serial number, BIOS number, their HDD details, GPU, host names. That sort of details can be captured from here itself. Then we have manage endpoint. So here you'll get the list of all the endpoints, all the devices, and you can perform certain actions. If you want to get a reboot, you can reboot that force over here. If you want to take a remote access directly from here, you can just take it. It's just similarly like TeamViewer. So now you don't have to get any other application. Everything will be built in over here as mentioned by sir. So again, you can get the description of the patch on the basis of machines and on the basis of patches as well. So this was about the unified endpoint management. So talking about the fourth and the most important feature that we were talking about, the experience. So we have this experience management dashboard over here, which calculates the overall score of the machines. Whether it calculates about the device score, the security score, and the employee sentiment score. Here you can capture how is the experience getting on in your organization. Whether they're having good experience, average experience, or frustrating one. So here I can see one frustrating experience. So when I click on it, I can get the root cause analysis why it is facing a frustrating experience. So memory utilization over here we see is 0. So this is the issue. All right. So with that, I'll just end up my presentation.
So this is a pretty vast platform. We just wanted to give you a glimpse, and thank you being a very, very patient audience. And to those of you who are already using it, thank you for your encouragement. And we will continue to build this. For me personally, this is a very important sort of phase of my entrepreneurial journey. And this is what brings me back to work every day, is the honest confession that I make here. So thank you, Everest, for being a patient host today. We have a handbook, and happy to ship it to you. If you can just send us a request, click on this QR code, and we'll ship it to you. We do have some copies here. Happy to distribute them as well. Thank you very much.